Good evening, sir.
Okay. So, yeah, Jiteshwari, your file I have just seen right now. I'll just show you that it is happening for the M text, but the text option is not working. So, just open it. Okay. So, if you see, if you right click and say quick select, over here I gave M text, and the M text is available in the layers. Let's look layer. So, it's available in the SB text. So, if I click on OK, you can see all the SB text, that is your M text, is being selected together.
Okay,
Okay.
so some are in SB text layer or some are in text layer.
Yeah, which are in text layer, that is not being selected. I don't know why. What is the problem with it? By any method, it is not being selected. So it is a text, right? So let's say multiple layer. I come over here and say, let's say text. I click on OK. Now it's selected. Okay, perfect. We can go by all option instead of text option. So this
Sir,
is all.
please repeat.
Yeah. So just right click over here, say quick select. Instead of giving this as a text or M text, just keep it multiple option. Go
Okay,
to layer and is equals to text. Okay.
okay, okay,
And click on OK. So all your text is now selected. Okay. Now we
okay,
have to
okay,
select the SB text. For that also again right click, quick select. Make sure this append to current selection list is checked mark. So all the layers will be together. So go to layer and say SB text. So let's look where is SB text. Yeah, SB text. Okay, and your SB text is also
okay,
selected. Okay,
okay, sir. Okay, okay,
this time this way you're going to do it.
okay, okay. Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, and then you can come over here and make the changes accordingly.
By creating on our own textile, right?
Yeah, create your own textile, and I'll just say that this you can completely do separately. So have your first text layer. So what you'll do is right click, quick select. Let's just select text layer. So text layer is selected. Drop down this, create whichever you want. Okay, you can select whichever you want. So these are many available over here text. So let's say this, and everything will be changed into that. Okay, once text layer is done, again go to SB layer. Okay, SB text layer, and then do it. So do it separately because one is a text type and one is a M text type. Okay.
Okay, okay. And sir, if I want to change the font only, then I can directly means instead of selecting any text style, I can change only font also, right?
Create a text style, inside that only give a
Mm.
different font style.
Okay, okay, fine, fine.
Because what happens is that when you select this one,
Every
okay,
time I have to create my own textile, right?
yeah, because what happens is
Okay.
that, see, for this text, that is your this is your M text, I think so. Let's see, where is a text type, a single line text. So let's say this is a single line text. Okay, so if I double click on this,
That is MTX, no?
yeah, this is also M text. Where is text? Let's check. Okay, everything has been converted into M text, I think so now. Let's just check. This is also in text. Let me just right click, quick select. Get all text. So there are only four items. Okay, so there are only four text in this. Let's check where is it. So all are multi-line text only, I think. Only four are text. So make sure about it, and then make the
Okay.
changes accordingly.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sure. Sure. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So let's start for today. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So we'll continue now with the title block, the creation of title block. So this is already created title block. If you want, you can use the same, or let's say you want to create it on your own. So we can create our own title block. Now to create title block is very much easy, but just the things will be like what are attributes, what are, you can say, what are fields. This is what we are going to see in that. Now what are attributes? Let's say attributes is a simple type of text only, but attributes are like you can insert at the start only. You get a tab if you are making it along with a block. So let's say REC. Let's think this is my window, and to name this window I'm giving some kind of attribute, some kind of text, but that text is going to repeat again and again. So let's say I convert this into a block. Okay, so I'll say over here window 1, pick point, I'll pick any of the corner points. That's it, convert to block. Okay, and close block editor. Okay, so every time I have to name this, let's say I want to give over here w1. Okay, or let's say number of windows are there, I'm having different number of windows. So every time I'll have to come to annotate multi-line text, give over here and give the number. Let's say this is number 1 window. Okay, then again select this, whatever the size of the window is there, I can give it like, let's say 1 inches. Okay, so this is number 1 window that I am giving, and I have to align it every time. Now if I create another, let's say go to home, insert, and I create another window, again I will have to give the text over here. Okay, so instead of that, what we can do is we can create an attribute, because I cannot give directly a text as in this block, because if I do this, I'll just double click on this, I'll show you what happens. So w1, okay, and let's say I directly give over here only the text, so multi-line text, and in this, let's say I give 2 inches, and over here I give w1, let's say. Okay, this window is w1 and the next one is w2. So if I create w1 and close block editor, save the changes, this is w1, this is also w1, but no, should be w2. So you cannot give a text, a simple multi-line text. So instead of that, we are having attributes, and attributes can be linked to a field as well. So let's check what is attribute. So I'll just double click over here, I'll go to w1. Okay, and this I'll delete this. Okay, and come to home, drop down this block, and over here you have an option of define attributes. So click on this, create attribute. Now it is asking what is the tag name. So let's say window tag. You cannot give a space in the tag. So what should be the prompt? It should be like window text or number, you can say. And what should be the default? You can give same window number, no problem with that. Okay, after that we have justification settings. If you want it center, if you want it left, right, all these things. Then we have text style, so you can choose which type of text style you want. If you want to create different, you can. What should be the text height? So I can say 2 inches, let's say, and I click on OK, and over here I'm placing the window tag. So if I want to move, I can move this. Okay, so this is the window tag that I am having. I want to move up. Okay, so this window tag is created. Now I'll just close block editor, save the changes, and right now you can see it is not showing anything in this. But when I click on insert, I say W1, and I'm trying to place it. As I'm trying to place it, it is asking me give window number. So I'll say this window number is W1. Okay, so this has become W1. I'm going to trying to insert next window. So I'm placing over here. This window number is, let's say, W2. Okay, very easy to edit and at fixed locations. Locations are also not changing. Text height is also not changing. Otherwise, what will happen? Every time you have to go to annotate, create this and do it. Okay, next I want to create it. Insert, place over here, and let's say I called it W3. Now when you have this attribute inside a block, okay, this is a block. Inside that block you are having an attribute, so this is known as block attributes. Okay, so similar to this, when we are trying to insert this title block, and when I click over here, you get all these options. These are your attributes, and as they are inside a block, they are known as block attributes. Is that clear?
So can you repeat?
Yes.
Yeah. So these are your attributes. So to create attributes is that you have to go to in block over here, and you have an option of create attribute or define attributes. So attributes are like a simple text only, but that is pre-configured, and you can just go on changing it again. Changing it again in the sense is that when I'm trying to insert this block, I can give whatever I want. Immediately I have to just type it, and that is placed over there. Instead of going to annotate tab, then typing multi-line text, then creating it. Instead of that, we can just type over here, let's say W4. Okay, and that is created. Okay, this is how attributes work. Now what are fields? Now let's see what are fields. Field, for field you have to just type field, and you have all the options over here. Okay, now what are these options? See, fields are nothing but it takes the information that is present in your software. Okay, it is a direct link of information. So if I say date, it will ask me what is the format, and can you see it is taking right now what is the date and time, everything. So you can see it is showing 7:32 at the bottom of my screen. It's 7:32 19/11/2021. After some time, if you open this again, it will be taking the same thing. So if I change the date, it will change the date in my sheet as well. So this is how it works. So field is nothing but it is linking of information. Now over here you have a file size option. Okay, so you can see it is asking kilobytes, megabytes or bytes. So let's say kilobytes. Okay, and I am placing it over here. Okay, so it is showing right now no data because I have not saved this file. Now what I will do is go to file, save option, and let's say on desktop I will say filled. By the name of filled, I am just saving this file. Okay, so this file has been saved. Now I'll just close this file, and this is created over here. Let's right click and see the properties of it. So over here properties is like 50.8 KB of file is there. Okay, let's try to open this again. Just drag and open it. Can you see the file size? 50.87. Okay, now let's say that I add some of the more things over here. Now, or you can reduce some of the things, so the file size will change, right? But I will add some geometries over here. Just go on adding some geometries, so the file size will increase. and just select all of this, give CO copy, and just copy it everywhere. This will somehow increase the file size. Okay, so right now you can see 50.87. I'll again save the file, come over here, save file. Okay, so the file has been saved. Now let's check regen option, and the file size has increased, so you can see 57.99. So if I have this done, filled, right click, properties, can you see 57.9 KB file size? So this is filled. Fill takes the information from your software or your PC, direct link of the whatever thing you are having. So in the field, let's say over here, if you go down, we have some options of project. So let's say drawing properties, and over here we have title, subject, and author. So let's say author's name. Okay, so you can give some author's name. So let's say Phoenix is the author's name, and click on OK. Now you have given the entry over there, but if you come over here and let's say field, over here you have an author. Okay, I want it in uppercase. Okay, I'm placing it. So you can see over here Phoenix right now name. Now what I do, I go over here and let's say my author is someone else only. Author is the one who is passing the on the files or checking the files or giving comments on this. Okay. So over here you can see general, you have summary. In this summary, I'm changing the name to let's say anything you can have. So technostruct, let's say, and clicking on OK. Now as soon as I click on OK, you can see there is no change. For this change, you have to regenerate the drawing. So for that we have option REGEN, regen, and you can see the name has been changed to technostruct. So field takes the live link of whatever things are being happening, whatever the information is there, and it is updating accordingly. Okay, so this is field. Now you can include field in the attributes as well. To include field in the attributes, what we need to do is, I'll just show you. Let's say insert, I'll go to this W1 block, I'm trying to crease this. Okay, I'll just double click over here. You can see this is opening right now the window tag. I don't want window tag, I want to edit this. So what I will do is I'll just go to block edit, W1. Okay, I'll select this one, window tag, and I'll delete, and I'll create a new attribute now. So go down over here, attribute, over here, let's say window only, window number. And now over here, don't give anything default. You can come over here and click on this insert field, and from here you can insert any kind of field whatever you want, so named object or anything, so it will be having a live link. Okay, so according to that the things will be over here. So you can have a formula. Okay, so average, sum, count, cell, whatever you want you can have over here. Let's say device name, what is the device name, last saved by, who last saved this. So right now you can see administrator it is showing. So this is the live information it takes, and from that information the field is created inside a attribute. So this is how it works. Now we'll see the practical of all these things inside a title block.
So
Yeah,
we can insert file path also, right? By using
yeah,
field.
file path also.
Yes.
Yes, file
Okay.
path also.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's create a title block over here. Let's say we'll take event sheet, and for event sheet we can just create a title block. Okay, so this is the border of the paper, actual paper size we have created first. Now, of course, you'll have to give some border from the sides. Now, I'll tell you that the borders, the markings, whatever the sizes, all this depends on companies. Okay, there is no standardization of all these things. There can be like what should be the text size that can be appropriate to read, and these things can be there. But if a company feels that they want to reduce it, they want to increase it according to their needs, they can make the changes to it. So generally all the companies have their own templates created for whatever sheets they want to create or they want to publish. Okay, so right now over here I'll give some offset. So offset distance, let's say 1 by 8 inches I give, or let's say 5 by 8 inches. Okay, after that let's say I create a rectangle. I want this corner to be created as my whatever menu is there, not this small. And again I can create an offset for that. Let's say 1 by 4 inches. Perfect. I can delete this one and give fillet. I choose the radius 4 inches. And let's say I want curved corner, so I'm doing that. Again, give the same command. If you want to do multiple fillet, just click on multiple. Okay. So you can see curved corners look good. After that, you have to create spaces for it. So let's say my first space over here is going to be for my logo of my company. After that, I'm going to have general notes over here. After general notes, let's say we are going to give like whatever the number, date, description, or revision number you can have. I'll just have an offset, and let's see, 1 by 4 inches. Yeah, no, it will be too small. I'll just increase it. So let's see, half inches. This design also can be dependent on you, not on compulsion. It should be like this only. So you can have over here number, then whatever the date on which it was, and description of a revision number. You can have whatever you want, you can do according to that. For date, let's say I keep over here, and let's say for revision number I'll create one more line. After that, for project name, the space might be over here. Then we can have author, what is the scale of the drawing, project name, address. We have project name over here, so you can have address over here. After that, date, sign, all these things you can have in this column. I'll just tell you what should be an attribute and what should be an text. Okay, direct text. Okay. Now see, when you're having sheets, what is going to change inside sheets, you should understand that, and what is going to fit in proper things. Okay. So let's say over here, if I'm having in this sheet a number, is this going to go on changing in different sheets? I'll just give an example. I'll open a project and I'll just show you what things go on changing from sheet to sheet and what things are not going to change from sheet to sheet. Okay, so let's say this is a project and this is its title block. So over here, what is going to change? Title of the sheet is going to change from each sheet to sheet, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but this title text, is it going to change?
Mm.
It is not going to change. The scale text is not going to change. Date is not going to checked by, drawn by, job number. These things are not going to change even if you change the sheets. Just to show you, I'll move on to next sheet. Just observe the title block corners. What remains same? Job number drawn by, checked by, date, scale, title, and over here sheet written. Okay, so that remains common. What is changing over here? What is the title of it? What is the sheet, or whatever the information is there? The date, you can see date can also change. If for particular thing they are not done on same day, it can change. But what is not going to change, that is job number drawn by, checked by, date, scale, title. Over here, what is not going to change? Let's say over here logo or the project name, that is, it is not going to change. Over here also, if the companies are same, so this is not going to change. So things that are not going to change, you can keep it as a text. No need to create it as an attribute. Okay, because this is going to be same throughout all the sheets. Is this point clear to everyone? So this is going to be same. What is going to be changed? This attribute. So instead of every time coming and typing this as a text, what we'll be doing, we'll be creating this as an attribute and then we'll be having it. So we'll see that how it is created. So coming back to this, over here, I'll have my logo. So go to insert, attach. Okay. So this is my company's logo. I can have it a little centered. Okay, so we are having that. Over here general notes is going to be there. So general notes can change from sheet to sheet. Okay, it is not going to remain same throughout all the sheets. So I'll just type over here text general notes, but whatever the thing inside that is there, that I'm not going to type, and I'm not going to create it as an attribute also. I'll tell you why not to create this as an attribute. What are the problems in the attribute, that also I'll tell you. So over here I'll say define, no need of attributes. Right now I am going to create a text. Okay. And then why this is creating. Okay. I'll just create, after that I'll change. Okay. So you can see general notes over here. That's done. So this is a simple multi-line text. Then I have this over here. After that I have to type over here number. So you can have this as an multi-line text or a single line text. Okay. So I'll just change. I will do is annotate. I'll first change this. Let's have 3 by 16 inches. Okay. And from this corner, I'm just going to get it perfect. I've done this. Now what I will do is I'll just copy this CO copy from exactly this corner. So this will be maintained properly. This corner to this corner. I'm going to change it later on and just get it copied. Wherever there is going to be a simple text, not the attribute ones. You can simply extend this and type over here date. So you are having over here revision number. This, let's see, you can have as date, author, or checked by, whatever you want. Let's have author. Created the sheet might be. After that we can have to check the sheet. So checked by. You have to increase this. So you can have in single line. Perfect. We can have over here date, time, and this can be the scale. Or if you want sheet number somewhere, you can edit one of this. Let's say instead of author, we don't want author. You can have sheet number as well. And over here, I can have my sheet title. You can just simply copy this. Okay, this is created. Now I'll tell you why we can't have some of the things as an attribute. What are the problems that it creates? So we have over here project name. So let's say I want to have my project name as an attribute. Okay, actually the project name is going to be same throughout all sheets, but let's say for that, or let's say for general notes, I want to have an attribute. So what I will be doing is I'll go to home. Over here, define attribute. Over here I'll say general notes, let's say. Okay, so this can be, let's say, left only standard 13 by 52 inches. You have this 3 by 4 inches, let's see. And okay, so the size is very big. We'll just have to change the size for this. Come over here, prompt, and this. No. Let's look for edit attributes. So I think so. That is PA. Yeah. So what I want to change is attributes. So attributes has not been put into this sheet up till now. Okay. What we'll do is just delete this. Again, we'll create an attribute. The size is big of that text. Okay, I'm placing it over here, let's say. Okay, the general notes I can have over here. Now all these things, now let me create for the date and let's say for the scale. So over here date is there. Now date I'm going to create as a field. So each day if I'm creating a sheet today and if I place the sheet, so it will directly automatically place the date, what is today's date, it will directly place in the sheet. So date, and over here you have to click on field option, insert field. I want to create date, or let's say today's date or whatever we have. Say we want to have in which format, this format. Okay, if this, okay, perfect. And let's say I'm placing it over here near the date. We just move it little up, and we want scale. So scale, if you want to put manually, we can have manually instead of field. And let's see, we put over here scale. Now this is done. This is your creation of title block, but this has not been become block because this is still an individual object. So select all of this, come to create block, call this as sample title block, let's say. Pick a point. I'm picking this as my corner point, let's say. Convert to block. Okay, don't open in block editor, and okay, that's it. This is over here, you get the options. One is a field, that is date, one is general notes, and one is scale. Okay, now each time you're trying to place the things. Okay, so if I'm trying to insert a sample title block when I'm creating sheets, I'll click over here and it will ask me what is the scale. So let's say I'm going to create that sheet 1 is to 100. Okay, and in general notes I have to type a lot of things. Let's say foundation is to be at some level 0, or let's say gf g dot f. I'll type just check the sheet. Let's go on typing something. Okay, and you type all these things and click on OK. Okay, now what happens is that you can understand that when you created an attribute, it is not understanding that general notes has to be fit into this box only. Can you see, this is the box inside which it has to fit. It is not understanding that. So create attributes only that much where you can fit it inside exactly whatever the space you are giving. So date, if this format is there, is never going to extend beyond this. It is going to be in this much only. But project name, if you are having common project name, just type it over here. Don't give it as an attribute. Give all the things as an attribute which are not going to extend beyond the space given for it. Okay, in the title block I am talking about, only for the title block. And the date, you can see date is directly created over here, 19/11/2021. So if I come tomorrow, okay, on Monday, I'll just save this title block if you want. If I come on Monday and click on this, it will create at the same place itself. Okay, with whatever the date, today's date is there. Now if you want to fit this into a space, so I can create a new layout, and this layout I'll come over here, page setup manager, modify, and in this ISO, which size we created, even. Okay, click on OK, close. You can just delete this viewports, come to insert, sample title block, pick this corner, and it will ask what the scale, what is general notes, and okay, that's it. Okay, your title block is created. Now you can start placing your viewports. I can go to layout, rectangular, and I can start placing whatever my viewports are there in this. Okay, so this is how a title block is created. Any questions? Yes, any questions from your side?
So since we have created using paper size,
Okay.
uh, when we draw, um, it will not be according to scale also. We have to then we have to draw to scale in
How,
order
what
to
will
fit
be
it
not
in
according?
a, like we have given paper size as 400 mm, for example. If you draw a line of 1 meter or 2 meters, it will cross that, no sir.
Yeah, the scaling part we'll be seeing how to place the drawings inside this. That we'll be seeing at the time of once we create. After this, what we are going to see is how to create the drawings. Okay, how to create some plans, and after that we'll be seeing how to place the actual plans on the sheets. That is something different part. Means placing the
Okay,
actual
okay.
drawings. If the actual drawing is let's say 20 feet long, how to place that into a paper size is a different part of it.
So we will draw the drawings first. We will plot them. Later we will put it to a file.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
we'll create plans first, and after that you will be putting into sheets, right? This putting over here into the sheets is something different part. You create sheets first. Okay, title block and sheet is already created. If you want, you can come over here and change the scale as well now. Okay, so you can see scale. I can change the scale afterwards also, 1 is to 150.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so it has been changed. Okay,
Uh, okay, got it.
so general notes, if you want to change, I can double click, I can change the general notes over here. That is the attribute, so you can go on changing the attributes. You can see all the text options, height of it, and all this I can change from here. Properties, colors, I can change that. That is not a problem. What first is done is that this becomes your title block. Okay, this is your title
Okay,
block. So this is as a, it will be part of your template also. So many companies will be having templates in which sheets are already like this
okay,
for the ease of working.
okay, okay.
Any other questions? Okay. The next thing is XREF. Now, what is XREF? Let's see. Now, XREF is like referencing it from different places. Now, let's see. What happens is that I'll just give an example. I'll open a file and give you an example on that. Okay. Now try to understand. See, what happens is that when there is a project or a complete plan, it is not an compulsion that all the people or only a single person will be working on the complete project. Okay. So let's say I'm given a floor plan. It is not a compulsion that I'll be working on the complete floor plan. Okay. That is not possible. How much time will it take for a single person to create everything? For that, distribution of work is done. So someone might be doing the walls, okay, someone might be doing an other thing. But now the distribution of work is also as a problem. It is not like Revit collaboration. When we go to Revit, we'll understand what is collaboration option over there, where all the people can work on a single file and just update their work on that main file. Okay, so over here we don't have that kind of system. So over here, what we have is XREF. Now XREF is that, see, for the example right now, I have a motel. Okay. On this motel, I have a floor plan of that motel. You can take motel or a hotel. Okay. Anything. So for that I am having over here a floor plan. Okay, on that floor plan I have been given the responsibility to create the floor plan, and the other person is given the responsibility to create the interiors of the rooms. Okay, so he works on his interior parts of the rooms. He has dimensions, that what dimension of a room I have to create. So he's working on his own part, I am working on my floor plan part. Okay, now once his work is updated, what he'll do, he'll be sending me the file. But let's say what happens is that if he sends the file and I have a copy option, so from one project to other project you can simply copy the things. But what will happen that my file will get heavy, and as the file goes on getting heavy, the problem is that the processing increases and you get a lot of delay in your working. So let's say I'm having 20 to 30 plans in this one single file, it will just delay it. Okay, so that is another problem, because if I am going on increasing the number of elements in this file, it will just have me the file as heavy, and it will be hard for me to work on it because it will be lagging a lot. To avoid that, what I can do is that I can just xref the file. Xref is like linking the file but not actually inserting in this. Okay, so I'll just show you xref. I'll give the command xref, give space. Over here we have external references. I'll right click over here and I will say attach DWG. Now I'm going to attach DWG given by him. So which is the motel room file. Okay, I'll just have this motel room file and I'll click on open. Now afterwards we'll see what is this attachment and overlay option. We'll see that later on. First let's see how it is done. So I'll click on OK and the file has been opened. Now I'll try to place this file over here. Okay, so in this file you can see he has created the interior parts, all the parts he has created, and this part is, you can see it is somewhat blur, more transparent it is. It is more transparent because it is an xref link file. So if any changes are made in the original file, it will be updated over here. Okay, so I'm just having the link of that file. This is not actually put over here into this file, so the file size will also not change. Even if I am placing all the rooms, I'll just show you. I'll place all the rooms. It is not going to increase my file size because I'm just linking this file, not actually pasting it over here. Okay, whatever the rooms he has created, I'm not pasting over here. Okay, so you can see I have pasted all the rooms, but still my file size is not going to change. Nothing is going to happen over here. Okay, so that is the ability of xref. So the file size remains as it is, and still I can see all the rooms placed. Someone is unmuted. Can you please mute your call? Okay, so over here you are having all the rooms placed, the file size has not increased, and you are actually having the reference of what the other person has created. Now let's say if there are any changes in this, so what I will do is I'll open that other file and make changes to it. So open, okay, so this has been opened. So let's say I'm creating some changes in this. Let's say changes is that I'll just select this one, I'll move the table over here, and I'll move the chairs, let's say this side. Okay, I've made the changes. If I go back over here, still the changes will not appear because I have not saved the file. So come back to this and I'll click on save option. So over here you have save. So I have saved this file. Now when I come to my original file, a pop-up has over here. Okay, so you are having a pop-up. It says that external reference file has changed a reference file has changed and may need reloading. So I'll just click on this and you can see the changes applied. So can you see the chairs has moved according to what I moved over here? Is it clear what is happening in this?
So
To make changes in
the
this.
file.
Yeah, one by one.
No, sir.
Okay,
Yes, who was
can
asked?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, will this linking and this popping of options also work if we are using the cracked version of AutoCAD, or will it give warnings
Which version of AutoCAD you said?
if we are using the cracked version?
Yeah, yeah, cracked version only. No problem. No problem with that.
Okay.
The pop-up will be coming up. Yeah.
So the two file need to be have in a single system, or maybe it may be connected to the server.
Server you can have from the server. No problem.
Okay,
That is
but
the main
we
point,
need to
right?
have server or a
Yeah.
single system. Okay, okay,
LAN server, you have to be connected with the LAN server if you want to
okay,
have a common platform from where you can access the file. It needs a file path to read the file, right?
okay, okay.
Some type of connection will be needed. Otherwise, how it is going to access the file or read the file?
Okay.
Yeah. We'll be seeing in Revit. Revit is very
Sir,
good with this. Yeah.
if we keep our internet on, then it gives warning. Then will this work? This
What type of warning
linking,
are you getting?
like this the warning that it gives, sir, from the Autodesk. If we are using the cracked version, then it gives the warning.
Actually, there are many options to get rid of that. Okay, just Google on over there to get rid of it, and this does not mind anything like if you are having cracked version, commands will not work. No, not at all.
Mhm.
I've used crack version for many days. Okay, so there is no problem with that.
Yeah, I had put, sir, on that inbound outbound rules also to avoid the connection.
Yeah, no need for that. Even if you're connected with the internet, still you don't get problem. There are some things, just Google or go on the YouTube and check how to get rid. Whatever warnings you're getting, just copy that warnings on the Google and type how to get rid. You'll just have many solutions for that and follow the instructions. Okay, you'll not
Okay.
receive that warnings again. Okay, so this is it. The last thing is that we have different kinds of options now. If we right click over here, uh, you can load all the files. So image you can load, DWF file, DGN file, PDF file, point cloud file, coordination model also. Okay, this kind of things you can load over here. Now when you are trying to load the file, you will be getting options. Okay, so if I just simply, one minute, select this. Yeah, when you select this and right click over here, you get different kinds of options. Now what is this? Unload, reload, detach, bind. Okay, so what are these options? Unload is simply unload the file. Okay, so unload it, the file is unloaded. You can right click and again reload it. So the positions, it remains. Okay, it has its positions as it is. Okay, so that is why if you don't want to see over here the file, you can just simply unload it. Don't do any other thing, just simply unload, work on your things, and you can just right click and again reload it. That's it, done. Let the other person work on his own file, no problem at all. He may be making many changes to this. So let's see, he has not provided a door over here for the bathroom, and this, there will be issues with it, he will be correcting it. Let him work on his own, but you're going to work on your plan. So for the reference, when you think that you want to have reference, you can have this. If you don't want it, just unload it. This is what you can do. But there is an other option, that is detach. Now what happens in detach is that if I click on detach, the file is completely removed. So if you again now try to have the file, attach dwg, open, and click on OK. Now you can see you will have to again copy paste and mirror all the things. So detach removes the file completely. After that you have another option, that is bind. Bind is that it compulsory binds or inserts the file into this. Now this file has been inserted into over here. So can you see now it does not show me any xref option over here. So this file has been inserted into the original file. Now this is not a xref file. Okay, this has been completely inserted into this, so you can directly insert. Now the file size will be increasing because you have implemented this. Now second thing is that if this file is having some layers, so if you come over here, there are some layers in this file, right? So the same layers will be coming over here, but there is limitation to this. So I think for 2020 version there was some 20 layers limit. Okay, so if you are having an xref file or you are having inserting this file, okay, through xref, the limit is that you'll be having approximately 20 layers can import. After that, no layers can be imported. Okay, there is limitation for that. If right now for new versions, if they have changed, I'm not aware about it. So for 2020 version, this kind of rule was there. Okay, I hope that's clear.
Sir, what to do if the layer exceed 20, means 20?
Then you cannot do anything. You will have to copy it and again create layers over here and change the layers for that.
Okay, okay.
Okay, that will be a problem. Okay, the last point was remaining that we'll discuss on Monday. So the last point was that you can write when you are inserting this attach DWG. I'm picking this and open. Over here attachment and overlay is there. So we'll see what is attachment and overlay on Monday. And after that we'll start with the creation of the plan. Any questions?
How
Sir,
many more classes, sir, to go in this AutoCAD?
AutoCAD, yeah, next week might be complete. Next week will be taken for that.
Okay.
And after that Revit will start.
Okay.
sir,
Yeah,
can you also please tell about the use of XBase?
X base.
Yes, sir. So there are two commands, right? Xref and Xbase. So what is the base file and where we use that?
Okay, I will have to check it because I have never used Xbase. So what is the shortcut command for that?
So the Xbase, like we write Xref, same we have to write Xbase for the base file.
I'm getting Xbind over here, but not Xbase at all.
So there is one command Xbase also I've used during my previous op.
Which version did you use it in?
So I forgot. I worked on in this around during 2019, 2 3 years back. So I actually forgot about.
And what you used to do with that same command? Because I have never used this in the practical also, and I have never heard about that.
So only there I used to come across these two commands, that there are two files, Xbase base file and the Xref, that is reference file.
Okay, I'll have a check for it because there are too many commands in AutoCAD, and we generally don't, means what we teach is generally needed as a 5%. Actually, only 5% of command you will be seeing in day-to-day use, but still over here right now you might have learned 40% around of AutoCAD, 40 to 50%.
Generally, Xref is used nowadays, right?
Yeah, XRF is used widely.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll check still for the XBase. If I get any information, I'll let you know.
Sure, sure. Thank
Yeah,
you.
let me take the attendance. Divya,
Present, sir.
Ajay,
Present.
Samir,
Present, sir.
Pavan, Asif,
Yes, sir.
Nawaz,
Yes, sir. Present.
Present, sir.
Nivedita,
Sir
Yes, sir.
Asif.
Shubham,
Yes, sir.
Giteshwari,
Present, sir.
Aisha, Akash, Meenu, Riaz,
Yes, sir.
Fahad,
Yes, sir.
Soleha,
Present, sir.
Soumya Devi. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'll
So
make
did you mark
someone.
my attendance?
Yeah, who?
Asif. Asif.
Yeah, I have marked your attendance.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody has to say. Yes, Pawan, you want to say something? Okay, just give me 1 second. I'll make someone wait for the individual call. Nivedita, did I
Sir, at
have
what
an
time?
individual call with you?
No.
Okay, wait for the individual call. Pawan, I'll mark your attendance. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Sir, sir, at what time today's video will get updated?
Today's video by at least 11.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, because I have continuous meetings and this. Generally, it gets by 11 or 12 o'clock. Okay, thank you, everyone.